if you're watching this in the future, by the time you finish this video, you might think I'm a prophet. I'm not a prophet, okay? I'm not a prophet. But if I'm right, I'll take the title as video game prophet. I just saw the Sonic 3 movie, the Hedgehog 3 movie. How is it said? Sonic 3? I swear to God, I seen movie in the title. Is it okay? It's not called Sonic 3 movie. It doesn't even have movie in the title. I must be getting Mario confused with Sonic because Mario does say, Mario movie, all that kind of shit. Yeah, I just saw the Sonic movie 3. Or sorry. I just saw Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The one that's a movie. Not the video game Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I'm talking about Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie. That is what I saw. Okay? Are we clear? Fuck. Okay, now I can get into what I was going to say. Alright. This movie had me smiling from cheek to cheek, besides in the sad parts, but pretty much throughout the entire movie had me smiling from cheek to cheek. I was very happy. And the closer the movie got to the end, I literally started to go like this. Like, I literally, like this. Like that fucking Martin Scorsese meme. I was like, cinema. I literally was doing this. My brother was on the side of me. If you don't believe me, ask him. He'll tell you. Literally, like, I would say, like, after they fucking, and I don't want to spoil anything, but after they got that power, people out there know what I'm saying. After they got that power, you know what I'm saying? After that point, I literally was like, cinema. And then the end post credits thing, I was like, okay, great, awesome way to set that up. And then the next one, even better. So by the way, that is kind of a spoiler for people out there who didn't know that. There's 2 end credit scenes for this, but that was great. I loved it. I wish this much love was put into other video game movies or shows, particularly the fucking Halo show and a lot of other things that could have been a lot better, but they just weren't, right? Like the Sonic movie was really a fucking, at least in my opinion, as a person who knows, I want to say surface level, maybe a bit deeper than surface level about Sonic, I can say it seemed like a love letter to the fans of the franchise, and on top of that, it's also a good movie. But that being said, though, now I think the series is at a crossroads to where its fans, right, which I think the demographics for this movie, the people they were specifically targeting to want to watch this movie were 8 to 10-year-olds. And then once the second movie came out 2 years later, I think that they also shifted it up to what 12-year-olds want, which is explosions, cool fights, and things like that. And I'm pretty sure you can see where I'm going here with this. They've been like aging it up with their audience, in my opinion, right? Not to say it can't appeal to younger kids, because younger kids are going to like it no matter what. I mean, younger kids like fucking Avengers. But my point is, though, that's their main, the ones they're looking at. That's why Sonic has been around that age as well. I mean, Sonic in the first movie, I think, was confirmed to be 12, 13, 14, something like that. So, I mean, something in that range. And I think that with this next movie set to release sometime around 2027 or 2026, I think it is very likely that we are going to be looking at a Sonic movie that is a lot more mature. Looking at the oldest of those demographics that they were looking for, they're not going to be 14-year-olds anymore. They're going to be in high school. They're going to like girls. They're going to be able to drive if they're not already. I mean, it's going to be a whole new world. How do you keep those fans around? I'm sure they're not going to be like, oh, well, fuck it. We're going to just keep it as a kid movie. Because then you're going to lose the people that are interested in it, which is what they want to keep. Because, again, we all know the Avengers effect. Keep them motherfuckers hooked in. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go in the R-rated category. I'm not saying that. But I definitely do think they're going to go to the PG-13 level if they're not already. Which I think the current movies are PG. And maybe the third one was PG-13. But I do think, in my opinion, they're going to go up to at least like a level. And I don't know what the rating would be for this. I'm not going to even say a rating. But with Amy being introduced to the series, I think that shows potential for Sonic getting kissed. You know, Sonic having a love interest, which is not something you probably want to have for your PG protagonist, but for a PG-13 protagonist, or for for whatever the fuck the rating would be protagonist, then it's more appropriate there. You know what I'm saying? And two, not to say that I think it's going to be R-rated. I don't think that's ever going to be the case, and really, I don't think it ever really should be the case. But I don't think they're really afraid to go to that level if that was the case, because Deadpool has shown that you can be, raunchy and still make money, and that's all these companies care about is money. I mean, it's cool if you make a good movie, but if your fucking bad movie makes $1 billion, they don't give a shit. Okay? And if you tell, and if the person who made the Sonic movie, right, comes to them, right, and says, hey, look, I made you guys a fucking $1 billion, and I can make you $1 billion more, they're gonna be like, fuck yeah, let's do it. Paramount has a fucking franchise on their hands here, and a potential Avengers type franchise on their hands here, and I'm sure that's what they want. Especially with superheroes starting to wane, people not really liking superheroes anymore. And the great part about this franchise is Sonic isn't a superhero. Comic book heroes are played out, but something that isn't played out and something that's new is video game characters. That's what the majority of people see Sonic as. They don't see him as a superhero like Spider-Man or Superman. No, they see him as a video game character. So this is really a new thing. So Paramount, they have the keys to a big franchise here. Now, the dude who made these movies, he couldn't do this before he proved himself. Making these movies and making them successful has proved him. And now I'm sure he's given the reins to do pretty much what he wants to do. And from what I've heard, he definitely wants to do justice to the fans. And even if we don't go off what we've heard, what we've seen is that he wants to do justice for the fans. These movies are fucking great. They're a love letter. So now, what is my theory, if I didn't spoil it in the title? I kind of didn't mention another video game movie that came out that was also really good, in my opinion. And that is the motherfucking Mario movie. God damn, that movie was good. I think I reviewed that shit when it came out. No, I did. Actually, I reviewed that shit when it came out. So if you want to see my thoughts on it, go watch that. My full thoughts on it, at least. Go watch that review. Nintendo made no fucking compromises. In my opinion, they made no fucking compromises. They changed up designs, but I think they wanted to change up designs anyways. But Nintendo made no fucking compromises. Like Sega made compromises, and Sega had to make compromises because they're not as big as Nintendo. But Nintendo's a big motherfucker. Nintendo's a big boss. You know what I'm saying? Paramount wanted Sonic. Sega was happy to oblige. Illumination wanted Mario. Nintendo, they could do a movie. They could not. They felt like doing a movie, so they gave them the rights. But they didn't give them all the rights. They was like, nah, wait. No. We gonna be watching over everything you do with this shit. Everything. You ain't gonna be doing what you want with this. Nah. And if y'all fuck up one thing, we out. We're gone. We're leaving. You need us. We don't need you. Sega couldn't play that shit with Paramount, because Paramount did not fucking need Sonic. Alright? Sonic and Sega needed Paramount. Mario is so much more of a motherfucking powerhouse in terms of sales than Sonic. Is crazy. Not to say Sonic isn't, but Mario blows Sonic out the fucking water in terms of sales. What Hollywood gonna look at is the success of, that IP. And if they look at the success of Mario and the success of Sonic, it's clear who was more successful in terms of IP. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mario games are some of the best selling games of all time. Sonic games are, I don't think they've sold very well at all. In fact, I don't think I don't think there's even one Sonic game that even got on the top 10 of best selling games of all time.
This is sad. According to Wikipedia, which is not a great source for information, but in this case we're just going to use it. But funny enough, not only does Sonic not even crack the top 10 of best-selling video games, this nigga is not even on the list at all. Not once. Sega's not even on the goddamn list. The nigga Mario appeared on this goddamn list 6 times. No, wait, I don't think I counted Odyssey. 7 times. And if we count Smash Bros, that's 8 times. And if we count, wait, Mario Kart Wii, I don't even think I counted that. 9 times. 9 motherfucking times.
which is sad, because the original Sonic was good. But anyways, though, yeah, no, the Mario movie fucking came out, was great. Nintendo had a fucking thumb over production or eye on production, very close, and it came out and it was good, right? And clearly they've already set up their sequel, which has yet to come out. But I bring up the Mario movie not to review it, but because my theory is that we're gonna be seeing a Avengers type cinematic universe here. It's going to be a difference though, because the Avengers, they kind of were all owned, or not owned, but they were all, movies that came out of the same studio. Mario and Sonic are different studios, which people will say that right there means that it just can't happen. My opinion, that don't fucking matter, because Nintendo and Sega, as of late, have been very friendly. They've made plenty of games where the characters have crossed over. They're friendly now, all right? They've been friendly for years. So I think, if Nintendo wants it, I think Nintendo will really be the only force to make it not happen, which is a crossover between Mario and Sonic in the movie universes, right? I don't think Illumination would get in the way of it. I don't think Illumination could get in the way of it. Paramount might try to say something, but I think they would look at the success of Disney and Sony, coming together for Spider-Man No Way Home. They'll look at the success of that and be like, yeah, fuck yeah, we want that. Even if we gotta split the profits, whatever, it's fine. It's okay. You might say, oh, but one's live action and the other one is all CG. The easiest way to explain that is it's a different universe, which is what Sonic did in the first movie. The first movie opened up on a completely CG world. You know what I'm saying? It was completely CG. You know what I'm saying? Until Sonic went to a different universe. So, again, they can explain it the exact same way. They go to a different universe. That's it. That's all. Also, on top of me thinking that there's going to be a crossover between Mario and Sonic, there's going to be more characters. In my opinion, I think there's going to be more characters. Now, if they wanted to make some kind of Super Smash Bros. Type movie, the only reason I see it not happening is because they probably wouldn't want to split up the money like that. But somehow they made it work in a video game world, so I don't see why they couldn't make it work in a movie world. You know what I'm saying? And like, this has potential to be bigger than the motherfucking Avengers, dude. This has potential to be way bigger than the Avengers. In every way. I'm not gonna sit here and do all the numbers, but I'm just saying I think they're gonna find a way to make it work for all parties. But to say it just won't happen is ridiculous, because that's too much money. That's too much fucking potential money on the table. You know what I'm saying? To just not take, to not take the chance. They probably in discussions right now. They probably in discussions right at this moment talking about the potential of all these franchises coming together. And funny enough, they don't even need to have their own standalone movies, because not every character in the Avengers has their own standalone movie, or show. So I mean, like, they could introduce all these third party kind of characters in a movie universe aspect through the Smash Bros. Movie alone. And the Super Smash Bros. Movie has already been written. It's already been written for Hollywood. All they gotta do is take the goddamn story from Brawl and make that shit a movie. Well, that's what I think, everybody. That's my fucking video game prophecy moment. Okay, I'm the video game prophesizer. Yes, I am. And when this does all happen, please be sure to come back to this video and be like, "Aye. How'd you know?" Well, I mean, I just know a lot about video games, man. I just know also a bit about movies. That's why. And before I go, I do want to say this: if anybody who worked on any of these movies, or who works on movies in general, sees this, I'm a screenwriter. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Check out what I do, and if you think I could be work on a project, you know what I'm saying, let me know. Cause I'm not trying to blow my own whistle too much, but sometimes you got to do it. But I think I put together some pretty solid scripts. You know what I'm saying? and I think I really should, have the chance to get a chance. Anyways, though, that's all I gotta say on that front. But hope you all have a good one. Namaste and peace.